Queen City News is your local election headquarters. The voters in North Carolina are ready to cast their ballots in tomorrow's primary. Joining us this morning is Dr. Michael Bitzer from Catawba College and a good friend of ours on the show. Dr. Bitzer, always a pleasure. Good morning.
Good morning to you. Thanks for the invitation.
Are you ready for tomorrow? You ready for tomorrow night to be here in this studio all night? You're ready for it, right?
About as ready as one can be.
That's exactly right. So I want to start with the results from early voting in the state of North Carolina. More than 670,000 people cast their ballots during the early voting period. A big number of that, of course, in Mecklenburg County. There's the numbers there, over 52,000. So a large showing with early voting. We'll see how many go out and actually vote on Super Tuesday tomorrow. But when you look at these numbers, is that encouraging compared to, 4 years ago, Dr. Bitzer?
I think this is encouraging, but we have to remember two different dynamics are at play. One in 2020 was a competitive Democratic primary, and now we've got a semi-competitive Republican primary. Nobody doubts that Donald Trump isn't going to be the eventual nominee, but Nikki Haley still hanging in there, going through Super Tuesday, which North Carolina is part of tomorrow, really may drive a little more attention and action towards the Republican side. What we are seeing right now in terms of the early votes cast, about 100,000 more on the Republican side and substantially less on the Democratic side. And unaffiliateds are breaking towards the Republican primary because that's where the action is.
You brought up Haley. She ended up winning the D.C. primaries and said, hey, I'm going to stay in the race. Now, although that's a small amount of GOP votes, right, the D.C. primary, it's enough for her to stay in the race. Are we thinking tomorrow could be the deal breaker based on the results that come from Super Tuesday for her?
I think so.
Yeah.
And the main thing that I would be looking for is what happens to her funding come the results of tomorrow's primaries across the country. Remember, not just North Carolina, but we've got California, we've got Texas in the mix as well. And so a lot of this is going to be dependent on how well she is able to perform. If she is able to get, say, above 20%, maybe 25% here in North Carolina, I think that would be a good showing for her. But we'll just have to kind of wait and see what the results end up tomorrow evening.
Today could be a big day with the U.S. Supreme Court, Dr. Bitzer, with this decision possibly kicking Trump off of the ballots. We've got Colorado. We've got a number of other states. Do you think that is going to affect this possible battle again between Biden and Trump?
Oh, most definitely. But I think based on what we heard in the oral arguments, it seems like the Supreme Court was very leery of Colorado being the driver of kicking Donald Trump off the ballots. I would not be surprised if the Supreme Court hands down an opinion that basically lets the former president stay on state ballots. We've had other states also move to remove the former president from their ballot. That would be affected by this decision as well. We'll have to wait and see what the opinion is and if it's a unanimous opinion. But it seems like during the oral arguments, the Supreme Court was very hesitant to say, we're going to kick Donald Trump off the ballots.